EAP. Ito ang Team Abroad, brought to you by Tita Marikit. Hello mga ka-fresh. Ito na naman po tayo. Pag di pa kayo nag-subscribe, ano pa ang ginagawa nyo? Thank
Subscribe
you.
now.
Itong mga nakaraang linggo ay inatake na naman ng mga kontrobersiya ang ABS-CBN sa pamamagitan ng kanilang queen ng kanilang channel, which is of course si Vice Ganda, sa napaka-kontrobersyal na pangyayari sa kanilang show kamakailan lang. Pero sa panahong mga ganito, mapapansin mo na ang channel, ang kanilang home channel, na hindi, of course, hindi na nag-exist din, ay wala na silang prangkisa, ay may kakaibang pananahimik. Kaya marami ang nag-iisip tuloy na ano ba ang papel talaga ng ABS-CBN o ano ba ang kanilang stand sa nangyayari sa kanilang queen ng kanilang mga, especially for this noontime show. Marami nang pinagdaanan ang company na to, and yet napapansin natin na iisa lang ang kanilang strategy sa mga panahong may mga nangyayaring iskandalo or isang big issue na dapat sanay hinaharap nila ng
What's the
malinaw.
big idea?
Hindi lingid sa alaman natin mga ka-fresh ang nangyari noong 2010 no, sa konsyerto ni Vice Ganda, noong isinali niya ang very respectable na journalist noong panahon na yun, no, na si Jessica Soho. She's now a very big personality sa GMA7 at siya nanungkulang bilang isang napakataas na official ng kumpanya yun pagdating sa broadcasting. Anyway, so ang ginawa nga kung maalala ninyo, ginawa ni Vice Ganda ng katatawanan ang personality ni Miss Jessica Soho without her consent. Okay, so this is classic gay bar, comedy bar material, wherein syempre ay lalait-laitin nila ang mga tao. Pero usually naman sa mga ganitong mga pagtitipon, ay yung tao ay nasa harapan nila, nag-attend sila dun sa mismong pagtitipon or sa mismong bar, and they are explicitly consenting daw to the possible usage of their personality as material or as a subject of the comedy. Iyon ay usually hinihinga nila ng waiver pagdating pa lang, o disclaimer, bago pa man lang nila mag-umpisa sa kanilang mga kakatawanan, to say that kung hindi nyo kaya yung brand of comedy namin, then you are free to leave the venue. Pero nung nangyari sa, of course, sa show na yun, Vice Ganda never had asked for any consent, or did Miss Jessica Soho consent to any use of her persona sa katatawanan. No? Unang-una, they don't know each other. Secondary to that, ang mga bagay na ibinanggit ni Vice Ganda then were very offensive. So they were disrespectful, indecent, very harmful sa pagkatao ni Miss Jessica Soho, and it was, well, in a simple way, if you look at it, it's a crime, no? Anyway, during that time, ABS-CBN kept quiet. Sa background daw, sabi ni Vice Ganda in one of her interviews, sinabi niya na humingi siya ng opinion and have asked for the go signal of the company to apologize to Jessica Soho. That being said, they gave her the phone number of Miss Jessica Soho, to which Vice, according to her, promptly called Miss Jessica Soho, and of course siya ay na dismaya dahil hindi siya pinakinggan ni Miss Jessica Soho to ask for time so she can personally ask for forgiveness. So of course, sino bang magsisisi kay Jessica Soho for not giving Vice the benefit of that forgiveness? So fast forward, a few years after, wala pa rin tayo narinig na magitan ng ABS-CBN para maayos ang sigalot na to. They kept quiet, they kept behind the background, and in fact, ang lumitaw dito is pinapayagan nila si Vice Ganda to act on her own, whether it is good or bad, for yung outcome is hindi magiging it will not finish na maganda, at ang kalalabasan nito ay mapapabuti ang show at ang channel as a whole. So moving forward, makita natin dun pa lang is medyo Vice Ganda has already been given that authority to make decisions on their own. Parang ang nangyari lang sa ABS-CBN is sinasabihan na lang sila. Of course, sasabihin nyo na this was the action of Vice Ganda and ABS-CBN is not going, it was not a part of it. But in fact, the very reason that Vice went for their advice is they should have stepped in at sabihin, this is not a small matter that you've done, and you have to continue apologizing until that person forgives you. Alright mga ka-fresh, itong topic na to, I don't really want to go into it so much because ang lahat ng mga characters dito sa topic na ito ay nakapag-move on na, and they are actually living their best life right right now, and they happily live ever after with their own partner. So I'm just going to touch about Maricar Reyes and Hayden Cruz sex scandal 13 years ago, no, back in 2009, na kung saan si Maricar Reyes was also an artist of ABS-CBN. At mapapansin nyo, nung panahon na yun, you didn't even hear kahit konting ingay galing sa kampo ng ABS-CBN, because ang kanilang strategy noon was to keep quiet. And Maricar Reyes, being a very gracious person, no, a private person na rin. At remember, this was a doctor. No? She was a doctor, a very otherwise respectable individual at that time na napasok sa ganitong uri ng iskandalo. So we never heard anything from ABS-CBN at hinayaan lang nilang namatay ang issue hanggang 2022. Saka pa lang nagsalita ng openly si Maricar about that. And at this time, of course, as you know, every character, including of course Katrina Halili, they're already on their own lives and they're living healthy and happy, which is good for them, no? Kudos to them. Ito siguro ang pinakamalaking kontrobersya na naganap sa history ng ABS-CBN, no? Which eventually led to the closure of its franchise sa Channel 2. Masaklap nito is 2000 and that would be 2019, nag-umpisa na yung mga usap-usapan, very hush-hush na usap-usapan na ang ABS-CBN na ay matatanggalan na ng prangkisa at ito yung hindi na pwede at hindi na ito na naising pang i-renew sa Kongreso. Of course, naging napakalaking political matter ito kasi dito na lumabas yung mga kanya-kanyang panig, no? So ABS-CBN was a very obvious adversary. Supposed to be they were supposed to be unbiased or impartial, no, sa maraming bagay, but during that time it was quite evident na sila nakapanig, especially nung dumating na yung mga elections during those period. Anyhow, ang nangyari, as you know, is 2019, hush-hush, hindi nila ina-address openly kung anong maaring mangyari. And then in 2020, nung nasa harap na nila na totoo nang nangyayari ang mga bagay na hindi nila openly ina-address sa publiko, nangyari ito na ngayon ang lahat ng tao ay nakatingin sa mga turn-off events. What's really surprising is that siguro ang tingin ng, and this is my opinion, akala ng ABS-CBN is it will not happen, no? And when it did happen, ang nangyari is parang teledrama, yung mga kanilang teleserye, no? ABS-CBN is also grown sa pa-victim paawa effect, no? And nakikita mo yan sa kanilang usual na panghimok sa publiko para mangialam, para to give a sympathy and empathy para sa kanilang mga aggrieved or seemingly na aggrieved na mga artista or even themselves in this time, no? So nagkaroon ng malaking division ang country noon, and it's between of course yung mga pro and anti-ABS, tapos nagkaroon siya ng political attachment and connection kasi masyadong political ang kulay ng ABS-CBN. They were never able to show their impartiality, unlike other networks, and I'm not going to mention any network, no, kasi sila lang talaga yung obvious. Well, of course with Channel 4, which is obviously a government channel, itong ABS-CBN was always showing their political color, at hindi naman kailangan matalino yung tao para they can see through that. Even during na nangyayari na at mawawala na talaga sila ng prangkisa, they would never admit and address the public that this may happen. And that's one thing na napansin namin na ganun ang kanilang sistema. They do not address, they will not address the public, they will not call it as it is. Mas gusto pa nila yung paunti-unti or hoping that the issue will go away. Fresh itong napakabagong kontrobersya na naman na pinasukan ng ating Meme Vice, no? Ang birthday cake fiasco with yung habi niya na si Ion Perez. Of course, hindi ko na ito masyadong palalawigin pa at alam naman natin lahat ang kwento about this. Ang insidenteng ito ngayon ay naharap sa suspension sa MTRCB ng kanilang show for 12 days na of course inaayawan ng mga partido at mga kakampi ni Meme Vice. And then of course now there is also a case filed against the act of the said couple on air, wherein allegedly may mga bata of course apektado sa ginawa nilang unacceptable act daw in front of these children during their noontime show. And of course ang pinakamahirap kalabanin dito ay ang court of public opinion, no? Kanya-kanyang opinion yan at hindi man siguro nagsasalita ang ibang tao, sa isip nila ay may namuuna silang mga paniniwala sa pangyayaring ito. Well, anyway, I will leave it to the courts and to the administrative agency to do their jobs. Ang importante lang dito na napansin namin is, again, sa issue na to, hindi natin masyado nakikitang pumapapel ang ABS-CBN, no? Na directly or harap-harapan nilang kinakampihan or at the same time sinusuportahan si
What's
Vice
the
Ganda.
big
Of course, we know that
idea?
Vice is the biggest name right now in that organization, and we don't know kung ano ba talaga namamagitan sa behind closed doors when they do have their meeting. But what's of course very troubling sa mga nanonood at nag-o-obserba right now is the very, again, so ABS-CBN like character na hindi sila masyadong pumapapel at hindi sila masyadong nagpapakita ng kanilang stand sa kung ano-ano ang nangyayari. With all of this, ang nakakapagtaka lang talaga at nananatiling malaking question mark sa aking isip ay napakatalino naman niya ni Vice. And one thing for sure is alam niya ang kanyang dapat gawin at ang unang gagawin niya ay ang pagpapakumbaba. Kasi noong panahon ng Jessica Soho is, yun ang una niyang inisip, humingi ng dispensa. At kasabayan nito ang nangyari kina Wally Bayola na biglang nakapagbitaw siya ng pagmumura at isa ring host sa Bulaga na sa Channel 7 ay nagkaroon din ng pagkakamali at agad-agad silang nagpasori. Pero siya talagang hindi natin siya naringgan ng kahit anong konting pagsisisi sa kanyang nagawa or kung ito man ay isang bagay na sinadya niya or aksidenteng nangyari o dahil lang sa dala ng mainit na masayang pag-uusap ay nasambit nila. No? May iba-ibang kwento na yan. May sabing scripted siya, merong sabing sinabihan siya kung paano niya gawin. Whether or not, kung ano man ang nangyari, ang tinatanong lang lagi ng tao ngayon is bakit hindi ka nagpasori? Okay? So sa akin may mga iba-ibang aspeto na hindi natin yan tinignan. No? Ang bawat kilos ng isang malaking artista, yan ay kanilang isinasangguni muna. Pwedeng sila ay may media managers, no? Yung mga people who are professionally dealing with mistakes or controversies that would hurt a politician or artists or a big singers kanilang image, no? At maaaring yan ay sinungguni at ang binigay na may mga iba-ibang proposal on how they can best take care of this incident. Maaari rin naman sa paningin ni Vice Ganda siya ay inosente. So that's her personal opinion at dahil doon ay pipilit niya na hindi siya mag-apologize. But ang tingin naman sa atin natin doon is whether or not you intentionally hurt somebody, kapag may nasaktan, magsosorry ka pa din, diba? It's not your act, it's the effect of that act. Pero hindi pa rin siya nagpa-sorry kahit sabihin na natin siya ay inosente. Pangalawa nito ay maaaring siya misinformed na maaaring yung mga tao sa kanyang paligid na patuloy siyang pinupuri at sinasabihan na napakagaling mo, ikaw lang ang wala kang ginawang mali. They could still be feeding her that wrong information. Sa mga sikat na tao, yun ang tinatawag nilang bubble, no? Yung bubble na yung mga tao nakapaligid sa'yo, puro kagalingan mo at kabutihan mo lang ang i-feed sa'yo na ngayon ang pakiramdam mo ay hindi ka na pwedeng magkamali. No? Ikaw lang ang tama at tama ang lahat ng ginagawa mo. They could be enabling her. No, enabler sila, no, to the point na wala na siya ngayon naririnig kung hindi yung mga bagay na gusto niyang marinig. And alam naman natin, of course, na yung mga tao sa paligid niya nagagawa nun ay mga taong makikinabang lamang sa kanya. May pangatlo naman yung fear, no? Isa sa mga nakikita ko ring reason na hindi siya nagsusorry is the fear of reprisal. O yung kung ako'y magsusorry, ibig sabihin nito, ako'y umaamin na may mali akong nagawa. At kahit ikaw ay nagsorry, hindi ibig sabihin na ang mga kaparusahan na kasama ng pagsusorry mo or pag-admit mo ay hindi mo na tatanggapin. Kasi halimbawa, ikaw ay nakapatay ng tao. You could be sorry, but the crime is still committed. So, pwede ka pa rin makulong. So, fear is very, very real sa kanilang mag-asawa ngayon. Kasi gustuhin man nila magpasorry para tumahimik na lahat ng mga umaatake sa kanila is paano yung karampatang parusa by saying sorry, I am virtually admitting that I did something wrong. And that is something na hindi pa siguro sila handang harapin. Uncertainty, hindi sila sure. Ano bang kakalabasan kung mag-amin? I think this is a very natural hesitation na pwedeng mangyari sa ating lahat. And they think by taking time, bigyan ng panahon, pabayaan muna, is magiging okay ang lahat. Sa mga ganito kasing sitwasyon, the earlier na nag-act ka, the better. Kung nag-apologize siya noong unang araw na nangyari kinabukasan, tapos na dapat to, wala na nakisawsaw, wala na nakikialam. At hindi na rin umabot sa kinaabutan niya. Kinahantungan niya ngayon yung pinakamasamang pwedeng mangyari sa kanila. And they could get up to 12 years of imprisonment just because they didn't apologize. Okay? And then arrogance, no? Arrogante na. Ibig sabihin is feeling niya untouchable na siya. So na hindi Hindi mangyayari lahat yan. Come on. You have to remember you are in ABS-CBN, the very company who thought would never close down, and they did. Okay? So, arrogance, forget about that. It will not get you any place. And then, of course, prevented. Ito, isa ito sa mga iniisip ko eh. Baka kaya pinipigilan siya ng management niya to say sorry because I really don't see the point. Bakit hindi niya kayang gawin? Maybe tomorrow, no, pagising natin lahat, kapag natapos na at nabasa na, napanood niyo na to, or even before I upload it, baka bigla siyang nagpa-sorry. But in my mind, there's such a strong prevention na hindi niya ito ginagawa dahil siya'y pinipigilan. Is it a part of ABS-CBN's prevention that is keeping Vice Ganda from apologizing in public? That is one question I really want to get confirmed. Ikaw ka-fresh, ano ang opinion mo? Sabihin mo lang dyan sa comment box para mapag-usapan natin ito. Until next time, thank you!